per usual, did not get everything I wanted to do this morning. So I am getting ready to see how much I can get split before my afternoon class. Got a bunch of organizing done. Moved all the junk that was right here. Straightened up these totes a little bit. Got the Eastonmade fired up. And now I am going to try to split all of this up and try to get to some of that back there, hopefully. Should be warmed up now, so let's get this splitting. off the day. It has cleared up. Got the light just shining through. This felt a whole lot better. Still supposed to get colder throughout the week, which is fine. I'm sure it's going to be better splitting wood when it's cool than it is 90 degrees with 100% humidity here in Alabama. But got a lot done. Super happy with how much wood I've went through, and was able to fill up 3 full totes within a couple hours or so, a little more than that. Got through a bunch of my red oak logs over there. I still have a pile over here that I need to split up. We're gonna test that 30-inch diameter red oak at some point. We'll make a video over that one. The highlight of my day was getting my son here. I want him to see the stuff that I do, and that I grew up watching how much my parents worked, and I didn't really understand it until I got older and started working myself, that they were doing it to take care of my brother and I, my sister as well. And so I want JT to look at me and see how much I work as well, and one day appreciate that, and hopefully that carries over into his life is the goal. And so having him here help me out a little bit, just chucking wood into the totes, and if I don't make him do it, then he's more apt to just doing it himself, and it makes it a little bit more fun for him. He also likes to see how just machinery works. He's always just been wired like that. And so if I don't force him, then he just likes to do it. And there's never any kind of incentive, but because I told him that he helped me out, he is a person that loves to spend time with people. And so a couple houses down is his great-grandparents, and he loves to go hang out with them. They're still well and capable of doing everything by themselves, and so he just goes over there and hangs out and chit-chats with them. And I really don't know, they're probably over there tending to their garden. They're still gardening and it's a vegetable garden in their late 80s. But I don't know, there's not much more to say. You guys saw the splits, and so if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching my channel.